And it's a whole host of things. It's, globalized.
People need to know the answer. Fuck, marry, kill. Taylor Swift, Kamala Harris, Pooter Falcon. Well, son of a bitch. I guess I'll fuck Pooter Falcon through a glory hole. That way I can at least not know who's on the other side. Kill Kamala Harris, and I guess I'll marry Taylor Swift.
Bad things about liberal capitalism.
No, I really didn't have a straight way out of it unless I killed Power Falcon. But, God, the idea of Kamala Harris having sex with Kamala Harris is even more repulsive. At least I get the glory hole wall so I can, I don't know, pretend or be good and drunk. FMK. Can I just kill? I don't know. I guess I'll... Oh, God. I don't know. I'll kill Gloop. I guess I'll fuck Sarah, and I guess I'll marry Jake. We can open up a B&B in Massachusetts.
So to make it clear, I'm a communist. I'm a...
I just had a photo. I just had a flash in my mind of like the commercial for Jake and Dave's B&B. Libs of TikToks, Chaya Ralchik, Raychik, whatever, threatens to sue critics, blaming her for her partial role. No, actually, the police determined that the fight this trans teen got into wasn't the result of their death. So there's that.
Chaya Raichik of Libs of TikTok is the queen of defamation who routinely doxes and slanders LGBTQ plus people.
No, she has never doxed anyone. All she says is this person is this person. They're a teacher at this school. And listen to what they say on their own fucking TikTok.
And their allies, all for views.
I mean, Jesus Christ, I got enough people to do that to me on the fucking daily. But I got on camera and said it. It's not like they bugged my fucking house.
She's mad. And ironically, she's threatening other people with defamation lawsuits because they're daring to point out that her rhetoric sometimes leads to violence against.
You would have, okay, for you to make a claim and not get sued for defamation, Mike, you would have to be able to plausibly prove why her Twitter account led to some trans getting beat to death. Okay, it's like, take the famous case. Oh, God, what was that kid's name? Matt. He was a gay kid in Montana or Wyoming. He was had the shit beat out of him, left for dead. Was it because he was gay, or was it a drug deal gone wrong? Again, was this person killed because they're trans? Or was it another dispute, another reason? Like, again, a drug deal gone wrong. Like it or not, Mike, part of the LGBT culture does have an element of drug use in it. Again, y'all have to talk about that with y'all. Like, you know, I call people nasty names, but they can't sue me for it because I got to figure out, well, how did that harm you? Like, Dave calling you a stupid fat sack of Turkish shit? How did that harm you, Jank? Did you lose any money over it? Dave promised to give you a cut of the t-shirt sales. Yeah, Matthew Shepard, thank you. Like, you have to prove in defamation how this lie hurt you. Like, somebody could say, I go to the Minnesota Zoo and rape polar bears. It's ridiculous. It's defamatory, but it's so ridiculous nobody'd fucking believe it.
Said violence materializes in a variety of ways. For example, when she falsely accuses pediatric hospitals of doing sex change surgeries on minors, or claims that schools are
Mike, there's a lot of evidence of pediatric clinics giving puberty blockers, which is just as bad.
grooming kids by distributing LGBTQ plus books.
No, there's a lot of evidence of some grooming. And also, the books that you're bitching about are pretty fucking graphic. Like, I can't show on YouTube what is in the book. Okay? I can't show it or I will get a strike. In fact, if I were to show it, I'd have to go to the hub.
Books to them. Well, her followers sometimes get so worked up that they end up harassing or even making bomb threats to whoever's in her cross.
Okay, you can't dictate the actions of somebody's fans to them. I mean, I got disciples of Jake on every fucking stream I do because they're a bunch of fat losers that have nothing better to do with their day than to hate jerk off to me. Am I supposed to blame Jake for that?
Hairs, 21 and counting so far, according to a report by NBC News. But now people are pointing the finger at Chaya Raichik once again because the anti-LGBTQ plus environment that she helped to cultivate at a particular...
Well, you can always fact check me in real time, Iron Gullet. Of course you won't, because you're lazy, you're a loser, and, well, you know I'm right.
School in Oklahoma led to bullying and ultimately ended in the death of a non-binary teenager named Nex Benedict after they were beaten by 3 girls in a school bathroom.
Again, your average high school male is far stronger than your average high school female. So there's that. The police just released a report saying that the fight was not the result of her death. And finally, C, was the fight, did the fight specifically occur for no other reason than Libs of TikTok said something? Or can you prove that this bitch here told those 3 other bitches to go beat the shit out of the final bitch?
But before it got to that point, they were bullied relentlessly, and The Independent reports the bullying had started in earnest at the beginning of the 2023 school year, a few months after Oklahoma's Governor Kevin Stitt signed a bill that required public school students to use bathrooms that matched the sex listed on their birth certificates. A few weeks ago, on the 7th of February...
Okay, she looks like a girl! A little tomboyish, but a girl! There is no one on this planet that would think that's a guy. And fuck it, I'll just get the creepy points in. Kind of cute, too. I'm not defending it. The girls the girls can be charged with manslaughter. Or assault. I'm not saying they're innocent. I'm not saying let them go. But I'm sorry, this chick ain't fooling anyone.
The bullying allegedly erupted in violence when Nex suffered severe head injuries during a physical altercation at Owasso High School.
Yeah, I was joking. Why do you think I said might as well get the creepy points out of the way?
The ground when they were knocked over, and the school called their mom but didn't call an ambulance, which is mind-boggling to me. And
Okay, so if again, but okay, let's say that the initial report was wrong and she did die from the fight or the beating or whatever you want to call it. Okay? Again, was it because she was trans, non-binary, because of this bitch? Or was it just because sometimes kids have problems with each other and they don't know when to stop? Again, kids are also idiots. And the bigger problem is we delay and extend childhood for so fucking long. Your average 16-year-old is like your average 9-year-old when I was a kid.
Dismissed in the evening, and the next day, well, they weren't actually better. They collapsed, and by the time EMTs arrived, they had already stopped breathing and died shortly after. A 16-year-old child died.
Well, 16-year-olds ain't exactly children anymore. I mean, let's be honest. We let them be employed and we let them drive cars. They haven't reached the age of consent, I grant you that. But they're not exactly children. When a 16-year-old shoots another 16-year-old in cold blood, we generally try him as an adult.
They lost their life in a likely hate crime that occurred at a place where they were supposed to be safe, at school. But in Oklahoma, the bathroom usage of trans children is policed thanks to a law signed by Oklahoma's Republican governor, which can and often does lead to bullying when students suddenly are using different bathrooms than the ones that they were using. And furthermore...
Okay, why was this girl who isn't fooling anyone? I took one look at her and I'm like, okay, that's a chick. Why was she feeling the need to use the boys' bathroom? What, was she earning extra money on the side working the fucking glory hole?
Here's where Chaya Raichik comes into play. The Independent continues, an Owasso High School teacher who Nex had greatly admired resigned in 2022 after they were featured in one of Miss Raichik's posts. Quote, Nex was very angry about it, Miss Benedict said. Miss Benedict said that teachers who encourage debate about gender issues were not promoting sexualized content. Quote, they're allowing the students to be who they are. Now, what exactly did that
Why is a teacher having any discussions on transgenderism at all in the classroom? That is not the time and the place for it.
teacher do that was so bad, you asked? Of TikTok shared a video of him telling LGBTQ plus youth, quote, if your parents don't accept you for who you are, fuck them. I'm your parents now. In a small town.
Yeah, that's kind of a creepy thing to say.
That led to controversy, and that teacher resigned. Let me just say this. The fact that that teacher resigned is absurd.
Why? If your parents don't accept your transgenderism, like, if I had a son and, or if my son wanted to wear dresses, I'd be like, all right, whatever, cool, dude, don't care. But if you wanted to start referring to him as my daughter, no, that's a bridge too far, son. And if he asked me, can I get him puberty blockers, I'd be like, fuck no.
Because that is what adults should be doing. Affirming the identities of LGBTQ plus youth can be life-saving. Queer youth, especially trans youth.
Oh my God. This whole affirming the identity bullshit. Do you know whose identity, whose sexual identity doesn't also get affirmed? Straight people's. I never once had a teacher go, we affirm your identity as a cis male who likes to fuck women. But no, we gotta throw a fucking parade if you come out as gay. Get the fuck over yourself, Mike. Just because you're gay doesn't mean you're fucking special.
youth are disproportionately at risk for suicidal ideation. So to have someone there to
It would have depend on how old he was. If he was 16, all right, fine, wear the dress in fucking public. If you're 6, no, you can wear it around the house, but when we go out, you're dressing like a boy.
accept them and affirm their identity is really important. But queer students,
Yeah, except kids are idiots that don't know themselves. And most kids that have this grow out of it. Especially if you just leave it alone. But your side, particularly the progressive side, the second a boy puts a dress on, you want to rush him to the hospital and get the dick saw out.
lost an ally at that school who dared to defend them. Next, lost someone who they cared about, who cared about them, who could be there for them as a mentor.
Yeah, what if they had other motives?
Now, I haven't seen anyone blame Chaya Raichik directly for Nex's death.
No, I really don't give a damn. I think the whole thing of mentorship is fucking dumb. Learn to be your own fucking champion. Learn to stand on your own 2 feet because you're going to need to do it a lot in your life.
But people have said that adults politicizing trans issues and policing every aspect.
Oh, I don't know, Mike. Okay, then, Mike, you'd be good with a 6-year-old getting a tattoo. But in no state, even if parents say yes, would a 6-year-old be allowed to get a tattoo. And tattoos are removable. Hurts like hell, but you can do it. Puberty blockers, eventually the effects are permanent. You can't go through puberty at 22. And how many kids are going to be permanently sterilized? Thanks to Jazz Jennings' batshit insane mother. And there's a rumor that she actually encouraged this because she never had a daughter. Jazz Jennings will never be able to have kids, experience an orgasm, probably not get any joy out of sex. I mean, can you imagine having to be this poor bastard that has to go down and try to eat out this fucking hole? I mean, I suppose the only upside is guys can come at her as much as they like, and she'll never get pregnant.
Content for students in Oklahoma schools.
And when eventually Jazz Jennings does, unfortunately, what a lot of trans people do. Yeah, don't say I didn't tell you so.
And here he is with.
And honestly, because basically Jazz Jennings, for all intents and purposes, is a castrated male, probably won't be able to fall in love.
Picture of her tweeting on February 6th, making schools safe, i.e. purging schools of LGBTQ plus affirming material and adult.
No, they're not purging it of that. Also, it's an elementary school, so no kid has their sexuality yet. Your average 5th grade boy thinks girls are gross. Talk to him a year later in 6th grade, it's a little different.
Adults. A day after that photo was taken, we learned how safe the schools are being made in Oklahoma, especially if you're a non-binary student. So when a stochastic terrorist who made a name for herself on the internet by smearing and doxing innocent queer people and their allies
will you shut the fuck up? You know what? We're going to go into libs of TikTok in this broadcast, Mike. I know you won't see this broadcast. I really wish you would. But you're going to see just how safe some of these fucking kids are. And how safe some of these fucking allies are. Yeah, these remind me of the people that drive around with windowless van labeled free candy. AOC, I know you're fucking stupid. I get it. You got the job because for a politician, you're pretty and you have perky tits. Again, for a politician. All right, this is Libs of TikTok. I'll blow this up. So this is a man doing a terrible job pretending to be a lady.
I know that you're not going to like hearing this, but abortion is also a men's issue and a trans issue.
No, it's not. I, as a man, can never get pregnant. I could drink cum by the gallon load and never get pregnant. The only thing a tampon would do for me is be a vodka delivery vessel.
People get abortions, but because trans rights and abortion rights boil down to the same thing, which is government control and what you and I do with our bodies. As uncomfortable as it may be to hear, abortion...
Really? So you should have the freedom to do with whatever you want with your body. I tend to agree. I also think it's that you shouldn't be able to harm another human being. And once a fetus gets a brain, they're another human being. I also believe that you can harm a human being if they have committed a crime, a particularly egregious crime. Also, men just can't get fucking pregnant. I kind of lost my point on that one. But why do I think you think it's wrong for the state to kill people? Why do I think you think me saying, no, my child, I don't care if they think they're a girl, they're gonna live their childhood as a boy and go through natural male puberty? You'd probably think I'm being abusive.
Abortion is also a men's issue because trans men have abortion, trans men...
They are not men. They are women pretending very badly to be men. Again, referencing the girl that tragically lost her life. She wasn't fooling anyone. She looked like a tomboy girl.
Masks have abortions, and we need cis men who don't have the capacity for pregnancy to be fighting for abortion rights. Roe v. Wade was overturned a year ago by a Supreme Court majority that, for the most part, does not have the capacity for pregnancy, and we can't have that happen again. Planned Parenthood currently has a petition to expand...
Okay, you are aware that, there's a lot of women that are against abortion.
The Supreme Court and for transparency requirements around the justice.
Okay, expand the number of justices. If Biden does that, or the Democrats try to do that, then you will be in a supermajority Republican country for the next 25 years. And to put term limits on Congress, on Supreme Court justices, okay, that's no problem. Here's what you do. All you gotta do is get a constitutional amendment passed. Because it is in the Constitution that the Supreme Court justices' terms are for life. So if you want to have term limits on Supreme Court justices, and I don't know if I might actually be on your side on that one. But you have to pass a constitutional amendment. Good luck.
You can sign it at ppfa.org/reform. Abortion rights activists have long said that people without the capacity for pregnancy, like me, need to be vocal allies in this because we need to be sharing in the...
No, I'm not an ally for anything. I'm not an activist for anything. I believe you should have equal rights and protections under the law. I believe you shouldn't be accosted. But I also believe not everything is fucking about you and you're not under constant threat, so shut the fuck up.
And as long as I have this platform, I will be fervently pro-abortion because I am pro a life-saving...
Well, good. Thank Christ that nobody cares. Thank Christ you get more fucking followers from this bitch than you probably do on your own. Alright, I'll do that one later. That one later. Alright, now this is what I have to defend the point that I made earlier. This is from Liberal Teens. The teen in the thing Mike was talking about Let me see if can I blow this up? Come on. Son of a bitch. All right. Why isn't that fucking working, you cunt? All right, whatever. I'll just read it. Whatever. Teens' injuries not related from school fight, police say. They're waiting for confirmed tests and autopsy results that could take weeks to months, toxicology results that could take even longer. And this person said we need an investigation by the DOJ and FBI. Local law enforcement cannot be trusted to handle this. They're claiming it was not the cause of death. Again, and believe it or not, I am actually for the FBI running their own tests. Believe it or not. But I also want them to be transparent with their results. And just for the hell of it, we have this creep.
The woman who runs the bullying internet.
Oh, by the way, I'm sure the lady from last time who brought up Planned Parenthood, you do know that organization was started by a complete and utter racist, right? In fact, I'm going to say something. I'm going to give a quote, and I want people to type in their answer. You know what? Who said, I have been invited to speak at the Ku Klux Klan's national rally. I have arrived. Was it Donald Trump? Or was it the founder of Planned Parenthood?
Internet account Libs of TikTok was given a spot on the Oklahoma Library Board, the statewide board. She is not from Oklahoma. The reason I bring this up is because these gestures, these far-right attacks, these elevations of anti-trans folks have deadly consequences. I'm sure you've heard by now the story of the non-binary student in that state who was bullied to...
Yeah, non-binary is not trans. Non-binary is just you want to be fucking weird. She's a tomboy. It wouldn't be shocking to me if she actually liked boys. Again. Now, for all I know, the reason she was using the boys' bathroom was because she was a major league slut and she fucked the other 3 girls' boyfriends.
Death. Please hug a non-binary person today. Please.
No, I'm not gonna do that unless they ask me to do that.
Find a non-binary person and...
How the fuck am I supposed to do that?
show them respect.
I will show them respect by treating them as the same way I treat everyone else in this society. As long as you don't talk to me, we're cool.
Show them kindness. Please find your sister's kid, your coworker.
Please find my sister's kid. I'm assuming my sister's child is either at her daycare. I can't remember if she's in preschool or not. A preschool or with her mom and dad. If she's not, I'm probably going to get a phone call. What?
Worker's cousin who is trans and not.
Co-worker's cousin? I'm not asking any co-worker of mine. Oh, by the way, do you have any non-binary trans people in your family so I can do what? Make them cookies? Look, I don't know if you know this, but trans people are kind of rare.
non-binary, and B.
And by the way, you look ridiculous. I will be mocking your appearance later.
Love, be compassion to them.
No, I'm going to be the same hateful individual I am to everyone else. Jesus. God. All right, and last post. I don't know if you guys remember the story of the. I think it was the Massachusetts school that had a tampon dispenser in the boys, or Connecticut. Sorry, easy to get confused. Basically, they trashed it after it was 20 minutes installed, and the principal was like, "Well, this is a hate crime." No, it's not. What do you think the boys are gonna do with it? They're either going to play with the tampons or, again, the whole vodka bottle and shove it up their asses. Again, I don't even know if that works. I wouldn't think it does. But anyway, yeah. Big deal. The tampon dispenser can be put in the girls' room or the girls' bathroom. And the one transgender boy could just remember to bring extra from fucking home.
Actually, I went to the bathroom because I already knew that the tampon dispensary was in there.
How did you know that it was going to be there? Did the school announce it?
I saw it on a lot of people's stories on like Snapchat and stuff, but the school didn't notify us.
Okay,
at all.
wait a second.
And
Wait a
what was
second. Wait a
your-
second. Now, it's been a very long time since I've been in school. And it's been an even longer time since we did the mild rebellious thing of sneaking into the girls' bathroom. But I don't remember them charging money for tampons.
Going in there.
Yeah, it couldn't have possibly been that I was joking. Everything I say is super serious. I never joke about anything. This is why leftist comedy doesn't exist.